let's start. Okay, what all do you already know about non-verbal reasoning? Tell me something that you feel confident about. What do you understand from that? Non-verbal reasoning.
I know that in nonverbal reasoning, the key thing that comes is that you have to pay attention to the patterns, or if there's a shading, then the shading and stuff like that.
Exactly. So if I give you a simple tip that you need to do when you're doing non-verbal question, you just need to spend few seconds to understand what is happening. What is the change from one shape to another? That is the basic, that is the crux of non-verbal reasoning, okay?
Okay.
So yes, so today we are going to talk about chapter 5 layering. We will see what are the different changes we can see from one image or from one shape to another, okay?
Okay.
Okay, please read out this part here.
It says nonverbal reasoning questions are complicated by the process of layering. Questions can have up to 5 layers or changes that have to be observed to find a solution.
Exactly. So here layering means the changes that are there from one pattern to another, from one shape to another. What changes are being there, we will learn about them today, okay?
Okay.
So there are different levels. We are going to talk about up to level 5 today. We will try to cover as
Okay.
much as possible. So here is level 1. What do you think? What is meant by level 1?
I think what's meant by level 1 that there's only one change.
Exactly. So some shapes only have one layer or one change. For example, what change do you see in this shape and in this shape?
The difference I can see is that it's rotated 180 degrees.
Exactly. So there is only one change, that this segment has changed to or has been rotated by 180 degrees. So this is an example of level 1 change. Let's try an example related to it. Please read this one for me.
Okay. It says example 1, which shape is most similar to the test shape?
Yes, so give it a try.
Okay. Uh, is the answer D?
Why it's D?
It's D because the test shape is rounded and it has no edges or side edges or something like that. And in D, it's a rounded shape and it doesn't have any edges or stuff like that.
Okay, so let's see what explanation has been given here. Yes, it says D is circular as is the test shape. So this is the test shape which is circular, and as you said, only D is circular in shape. Now
Yeah.
let's see what's next do we have.
It
Please go
says
ahead.
it's most unlike the test shape.
Yes.
So the shape that's most unlike the test shape is C
Why C?
because it has a different fill.
Exactly, that's right. So these two examples were pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, so level 1 layering or level 1 changes are pretty easy because only one thing is happening. Now let's see what's happening in example 3.
Okay. It says which shape is next in the series. So I think so it's rotating by 45 degrees every time. So is the answer going to be B?
Yes, it's B. So these were all about layer 1 changes. Layer 1, that means only single change, right?
Yeah,
Let's
those
see
are
what.
easy.
Yes, so this is the easiest one. Give me a moment. Let me find something else. Okay, now we are going to talk about this inversion.
Whoa, that looks complicated.
It's actually not. Only the word is complicated.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, please read the first two lines that are.
Okay.
Mhm.
It says in nonverbal reasoning, a shape can be inverted, flipped, horizontally or vertically, or in both directions at the same time.
Yes, for getting into the details, first of all, tell me what is horizontal and what is vertical.
Horizontal and vertical. Vertical is when you have something, let's say you're looking for a vertical line, it would look kind of like this. And when you're having a horizontal line, it would look kind of like this.
Exactly, that is right. If it says if it's up or down, we call it vertical, or left or right, it is horizontal, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So inversion here is talking about flipping a shape. Let's see how it's done. First of all, here we have vertical inversion or flip. If you think the word inversion is difficult, try to recall the word flip. What is happening here, Lise?
It's getting flipped vertically
How do you know it's vertically?
because it's going down, and when you're flipping a shape with a vertical flip, it could either go up or downwards.
Exactly, that is right. And here is the test shape, and here is the inversion. So to find out if it's horizontal inversion or is it vertical, how we can find it out?
We can find it because um, if you're flipping it downwards or upwards, you can find that it's a vertical flip. But if it's flipping like right or left, then you
Hmm.
would know that it's not a vertical flip and that it's a horizontal flip.
Okay. And my question was, Rita, let's say you have a test shape like this and the flipped shape like this one. So you have two shapes with you, first one, and here is the second one. My question is, I just want you to think, how will you find out if it's the inversion of the first one or not?
Mm, we could find that it's the inversion of the first one because it's
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay, there is no method of doing that in particular. What we can do is, if you have a shape and
Yeah.
another shape, you just want to see how those two shapes are related to each other. Try to move the shape downwards. See if it's reflection or not.
Yeah.
From if we have these two shapes, Alida, we can clearly say that a shape has been flipped. To see if that is the right flip, if it's the right inversion or not, try to have a mirror line like this one. You know what do we call this line here?
A mirror line.
Exactly. It's a mirror line which actually reflects the original shape.
Oh yeah, it's like an actual mirror. When you're standing in a mirror, you see stuff either
Exactly.
backwards. Yeah.
Exactly. When we are standing in front of the mirror, we are actually watching the reflection of ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Very good understanding here. Now, please read out this part for me.
Okay. It says vertical inversion can be understood as a vertical reflection positioned to the right or left side of the original shape. It can also be seen as a vertical flip.
Yes. So any doubt, any question about vertical inversion or flip here?
No.
Great. And now tell me, can I position this inversion to the left side of the original shape? Can we do that?
Um, the left side of the original shape. Let's see. No.
Mhm. See, it's written here, position to the left or right side of the original shape. We can
Oh
position
yeah.
it there as well. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes. So now please tell me something about horizontal inversion or flip.
Um, a horizontal inversion of flip. It can be a flip that could be positioned something like, if let's say like you have a reflection of something like the test shape. When you move it um to the right side, it becomes into reflection, so it's a horizontal flip.
Hmm.
And you
Okay.
know what? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Let me give you an easier example of horizontal flip. Use your hands, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Now keep both of your hands in front of your eyes. Okay.
Okay.
Look at your nails. Place them in front of your eyes. Do you see a horizontal flip?
Oh yeah.
Now, this is the best way to understand a horizontal flip, isn't it?
Oh
This,
yeah.
yes. Now focus on the screen. The same thing is happening here. It's kind of a mirror here.
Yeah.
Yes, see. So here we have a mirror in front of the two images. So
Oh yeah.
the
That
left
makes.
hand is your test shape, the right hand is the reflection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Any doubt, any confusion so far?
No.
Okay, so are we ready to move ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, now what do you think about the third point here?
The third point. Um. Once. The third point that says, I think that it says vertical and horizontal inversion, a double flip. It
Mhm.
said, I think that it could work because first, what's happening with the shape is it's getting reflected. First vertically it's getting flipped, and then horizontally it's getting flipped. It could be like it says also that I could a combined vertical and horizontal inversion flip could be a 180 degrees rotation of the original shape.
Exactly. So when we have a double flip, we call it vertical and horizontal inversion.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say, first of all, we are flipping our shape horizontally, then we are flipping it vertically, we get a double flip, or we call it 180 rotation.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't worry, when we will be solving some questions, you will get a better understanding of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see what's next do we have. So for non-verbal reasoning, Alize, the more you will practice, the better you will get.
Okay.
Yes. So non-verbal reasoning is not about learning anything. It's only and only related to practicing. You just need to practice more and more questions.
Okay.
Yes. So here we have the first example for inversion. Please read it for me.
Okay. It says example one, which figure is most similar to the test figure?
Yes. So what do you understand by reading the question?
I understand from reading the question is we'll have to find the shape that's most similar to the test figure. So the test figure is having a horizontal flip. So we'll have to find a shape from the options that has a horizontal flip, which I can spot already, which is B.
Yes. And how do you know that it's a horizontal flip?
Because the it's a horizontal flip because the arrow at the bottom is getting flipped to the left side, and then the arrow goes onto the left side, the top side. So it's B. A, C, and D either have a vertical flip or the flip is just incorrect.
Exactly. Such a good explanation that was. So whenever we are trying to work, what type of flip is it, or is it a right flip or not? Just try to imagine a mirror between the original shape and the reflection, okay? It
Okay.
can be vertical, it can be horizontal. Now, if we try to place, let me give you an example, though you have explained it. Okay, let's see how actually it works. This was the original image, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try one more thing. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, this is what is happening, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we can see from these two images is they both are same if we keep a mirror just between both of them, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So what type of, oops, sorry, what type of flip is it?
It's a horizontal flip.
Exactly. It's a horizontal flip. You're right. So whenever we have a flip, that means there is a mirror between the reflection and the original shape. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now please try the second one.
Okay. It says example 2. Which shape is next in the series?
Okay. First of all, I would.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Tell me, what do you see in the series? It's one, two, three, four. These four shapes are given.
What I can see in the series is that first it's flipping horizontally, then it flips vertically, like 1 second. So, there. First, it flips horizontally like this, and then it flips vertically like this, and then it flips horizontally again. So that's the sequence. So then the next flip should be a vertical flip. So we would have to find something that would be vertically flipped, and it would look kind of like this. So there would be shorter side here. 1 second. There we go. There. So it would look like this, and you can't really see it because it's not working, but that's a sequence. So the next answer should be the horizontal flip. I meant a vertical flip.
Exactly. So here are the four options. Oops, sorry. Yes. So here are the options. Which one do you think is right?
D. And
Exactly.
also the other thing you can see in the pattern is that it's going white, black, white, black.
Exactly, that is right. So one is non-shaded, then we have a black fill, then non-shaded, then we have a black fill again. Good explanation, Elise. I really appreciate the way you explained your thoughts here. That was
Thank
impressive.
you.
You're welcome. Now let's take a look on the next one, please.
Okay, it says example 3. Which pair of the shapes is the odd one out? Okay, so the pair of the shapes, which is the odd one out, is so first we would have to find which way all the shapes are flipping. So they're all flipping horizontally, and the only one that's not flipping horizontally is D because it's flipping upwards. No, it's not flipping upwards, but it's doing like it's not a horizontal flip. It's one of the same type of flip that's with A, B, and C. So it's the odd one out.
Exactly. So that's the right answer. D is the odd one because rest of them has a mirror in between, but D is different.
Yeah.
Very good work. So any doubt, any uh, confusion between flips?
No.
Okay, so let's see what is next with us. So here are a few questions. Let's solve the questions, okay?
Okay.
So I can see you have done these questions before, so let's go through them once again.
Okay.
Let's do one thing. Here, for question number one, I would like you to be my teacher. Teach me how to solve it, okay?
Okay. So for question number one, first, we have to find how's rotating. So we can see that here, well, you can't see, but this shape is rotating. The one that's linked to the white one is just staying there, and it's rotating this way. So since this is rotated this way, then the next way should be the shape linking about like this, and the rest of the shape just being like this, if that makes sense. And one is like that, so we can already eliminate B because that's not right, and also D because you can't see the linkage. So now we have A and C options. So it's not A because if you see, we have to also pay attention to the shading. There are different tones of gray, like shades of gray, and the darker it gets darker. And so next would be C. So C is the answer.
Exactly. That was a good explanation. So here we can see, or we can imagine that these are two beans. Okay,
Yeah.
kidney beans, I would say. The first one is still, which is a white color, and the another one is moving a bit every time, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And what other change are we watching here?
The other change we're also watching is the shading.
Exactly. So we can say that two changes are being happening. So these are layer two changes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So good explanation. Now please try the second question.
Okay, so it says which figure is most like the test figure. So the test figure, let's see. So the shading is like this, and we have this like, okay. So first, it can't be D, definitely not D, because the shadings both have to be different colors, but these are white and upside down. It can't be C because one is upside down and one is upright. So now we have options A
Hello.
and D. The
Mhm.
most similar one is, so it says the most like this test figure. So it's not A. You may think it's A because of the shadings, but this one has more incorrect than right. As you can see, the lines here are wrong, and the shape of, let's say it's a comb shape, is also wrong. But here the comb shape is right, and the shading of the lines are right. So it's B.
Exactly. Again, that was a good explanation. Why did you answer A here?
Mm, I thought the triangles were important.
So when we are finding the like term, no doubt that there are some changes in B and the test figure, right?
Yeah.
But as we are looking for the most like the test figure, we will look for the image which has the least changes from the test figure. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Here is
kind of like verbal reasoning. You have to find a word that's most like the word you're looking for, not the exact same.
exactly because it says the most like, so not exactly the same, but the most similar shape. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now we have a very easy question. I just want you to complete that within 15 seconds. And Elise, your time starts now.
Okay. So go this way. The answer is B.
B, what made you think of B?
Because first, let's check the circles. So the circles are moving this way, and every time the shadings change black, white, black, white. So now we know it's here. It would probably move this way now, and now it's here, but it can't be A either because this is white and it's supposed to be black. So easy, it's B.
Well done. That was a good explanation. Yes, it's B. Now please try question number 4, Elise.
Okay, question number 4 says which figure is most similar to the test figure. So this is the test figure. So let's note down everything. We have the small shape in the middle, and then we have the two bigger shapes outside. So let's see. First, this is kind of, we can see that the small shape is overlapping the bigger one. So I think it's going to be, and also it's pointing kind of more to the left than the right. I think it's going to be C.
Okay, why C?
Because um yes, it may be pointing more to the right than the left, but I feel like it has more similar things than the other things. So first, it can't be A because the shading is gray. And also, I just think that it can't be. So then with B, it can't be B. Well, it can, but as you can see here, this the cross with the lines on it and the cross that has a gray filling, they're both the same size. And here with the circles, we have a big circle, then a small one, then a medium one. So also the lines are pointing to another way. So I don't think it's B. And then C, the lines are also pointing the wrong way, but the black shape is linked to the gray one, and also these two quadrilaterals are the same size, the ones that are both big. So I think it's C.
Exactly, it's C. And tell me one thing on again, why not B? Why I'm thinking of B again and again?
Um, it's not B because as first you can see the shape size. So also sizes are very important when it comes to nonverbal reasoning. And as you can see, you have a big shape here, a big shape here, and we have a medium shape here. So that's one thing that's incorrect. And then the next thing that's incorrect is that, so it may be pointing to the right side, but it's just the size of the shape that is incorrect. And one thing also that maybe all A and D and C, A and D also have the correct type of shape. So let's just include C. A, C, and D both have, all of them have the correct sizes. So this one, obviously, that's just like a double cross for this one. So it's obviously not B.
Exactly, that's right, because we can't have A and D because they are not following the same shading pattern. Also, in B, this image, the last circle, the one with stripes, should have been of a little bigger size, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes. So you are right. The right answer here is option number C.
C.
Okay, so here's the next question.
Okay, so it says which figure is next in the series. So first, the thing that I took note at first is that it's going up and then it's going more up and then it's going all the way back down. So, this kind of series, it's kind of the type to solve. It's the type to find out the pattern,
Hmm.
and you can't really see kind of a pattern like you see it goes up up, then why is it two again? Because the pattern restarts. It's a good trick that worked on me once, I think. So let's count the number of arrows: 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 arrows. So also it's in the middle, so it can't be B, obviously, because it's at the incorrect spot and also has a gray fill. Can't be D because it's at the highest part. And it can't be C because the arrows kind of are pointing the wrong way. So it can only be A because the arrows are pointing the right way, as the proper fill, and it's at the right space.
Exactly. So the trick was, as you mentioned, the pattern actually restarts from this one. So you just need to
Yeah.
look for the option which is same as the second one. So the right one is
A.
wonderful. Good work here, Elise. Now let's see what's next. Do we have? Okay, exactly. So when we have a double flip, we call it vertical and horizontal inversion.
Okay.
Yes. So let's say, first of all, we are flipping our shape horizontally, then we are flipping it vertically, we get a double flip, or we call it 180 rotation.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't worry, when we will be solving some questions, you will get a better understanding of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see what's next do we have. So for non-verbal reasoning, Alize, the more you will practice, the better you will get.
Okay.
Yes, so non-verbal reasoning is not about learning anything. It's only and only related to practicing. You just need to practice more and more questions.
Okay.
Yes. So here we have the first example for inversion. Please read it for me.
Okay. It says example 1, which figure is most similar to the test figure?
Yes. So what do you understand by reading the question?
I understand from reading the question is we'll have to find the shape that's most similar to the test figure. So the test figure is having a horizontal flip. So we'll have to find a shape from the options that has a horizontal flip, which I can spot already, which is B.
Yes. And how do you know that it's a horizontal flip?
Because the it's a horizontal flip because the arrow at the bottom is getting flipped to the left side, and then the arrow goes onto the left side, the top side. So it's B. A, C, and D either have a vertical flip or the flip is just incorrect.
Exactly, such a good explanation that was. So whenever we are trying to work, what type of flip is it, or is it a right flip or not? Just try to imagine a mirror between the original shape and the reflection, okay? It
Okay.
can be vertical, it can be horizontal. Now, if we try to place, let me give you an example, though you have explained it. Okay, let's see how actually it works. This was the original image, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try one more thing. Okay, which one would you like to do first? This one or this one or this one? I'll suggest this one.
Um. Okay. Then we'll do this one.
Okay. Okay. So now we are going to talk about another type of movement between the
Then,
shape, which is transition.
what we were doing earlier is that we were talking about inversions, how it can be flipped vertically and horizontally.
Exactly. Earlier we talked about inversion, which was related to flipping, right?
Yeah.
Now we are going to talk about transposition. Do you know what transposition is?
Um. No.
Okay, let me tell you. Transposition is about the movement of shape from one position to another. When we reposition a shape, it's called transposed or being moved. Please read this explanation here.
Okay. So it says in nonverbal reasoning, shapes can be transposed or moved from one position to another, either horizontally or vertically. Movements to the right or left are horizontal, and movements up or down are vertical. Some transpositions involve both vertical and horizontal movements. A shape could move up and to the right.
Yes, so what do you understand by reading it out?
That transposition means that you can move a shape around the sky that you get the shape in, either vertically or horizontally or both.
Exactly. So transposition is related to movement of shapes. So if the shapes are being moved from one position to another, they are being transposed. Now please read the first question for me, the first
Okay.
example.
The first example says which figure is most similar to the test figure. So the figure that's most similar to the test figure would be, so we see that the shape, the can is going down, and then it's going to the right. So that means that the figure that's most similar would be B because it's going down and then it's going to the right. And then you end up here. So it's B.
Exactly, that is right. So it's B. Now let's try the second one.
Okay. The second one, let's see. So it's moving just to the left. So the answer would be, let's see, something that moves to the left. So the odd one out. You need to find the odd one out. So we can see all of these are going down, down, and down. The only one that's not going down is A because it's going to the left side. So it's A.
Exactly. So here, what type of transposition it is?
It's on A, it's a horizontal transposition.
Yes, and in rest of the images, we have vertical one, right?
Yeah.
Great. Now it's time for question number 3.
Okay. Question number 3 says which transposition is next in the series. So it goes up and then to the right and then back down, and it kind of just travels all around the shape. So then the next one in the sequence would be going up again, like this. So it's not A because it's going up and then to the right, and it's not B because it's going down and yeah. So also it needs to be a gray filling. So I think the answer would be, so it's not D, it is C because it's up and it's gray.
Okay. Okay. Tell me once again, which one did you say?
I said C.
Yes, it's C. So what type of transposition is happening here? Please read it out.
It says the gray hexagon changes to a gray fill and transposes vertically.
Exactly. So here it is vertical transposition. And how many changes are being done there? Layering is?
The layering is what 2.
Exactly. Two changes are being happened. So we have discussed the examples. Let's try to solve some questions so that we feel more confident. Exactly. So transposition is related to movement of shapes. So if the shapes are being moved from one position to another, they are being transposed. Now please read the first question for me. The first
Okay.
example.
The first example says which figure is most similar to the test figure. So the figure that's most similar to the test figure would be, so we see that the shape, the can is going down, and then it's going to the right. So that means that the figure that's most similar would be B because it's going down and then it's going to the right. And then you end up here. So it's B.
Exactly, that is right. So it's B. Now let's try the second one.
Okay. The second one, let's see. So it's moving just to the left. So the answer would be, let's see, something that moves to the left. So the odd one out. You need to find the odd one out. So we can see all of these are going down, down, and down. The only one that's not going down is A because it's going to the left side. So it's A.
Exactly. So here, what type of transposition it is?
It's on A, it's a horizontal transposition.
Yes. And in rest of the images, we have vertical one, right?
Yeah.
Great. Now it's time for question number 3.
Okay. Question number 3 says which transposition is next in the series. So it goes up and then to the right and then back down, and it kind of just travels all around the shape. So then the next one in the sequence would be going up again, like this. So it's not A because it's going up and then to the right, and it's not B because it's going down and yeah. So also it needs to be a gray filling. So I think the answer would be, so it's not D, it is C because it's up and it's gray.
Okay. Okay. Tell me once again, which one did you say?
I said C.
Yes, it's C. So what type of transposition is happening here? Please read it out.
It says the gray hexagon changes to a gray fill and transposes vertically.
Exactly. So here it is vertical transposition. And how many changes are being done there? Layering is?
The layering is what 2.
Exactly. Two changes are being happened. So we have discussed the examples. Let's try to solve some questions so that we feel more confident.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay.
Okay.
So let's try transposition questions. So first one has been done, partially done.
Yeah.
Please read
So
this for me.
it says one, which figure is next in the series? So the figure that's next in the series is getting transposed horizontally. So the figure that's next in the series would be, so there'll be a white square here. So we can eliminate B. There would be a gray square here. So we'll eliminate C. And then there would be black square at the top. So it goes like this and it goes like the shading lines also
Sorry.
rotate.
Sorry.
Yeah. And they rotate, and then the next place they would be, let's see, this way. Is the answer A?
Okay. And why A?
Because when the lines rotate, it goes kind of like this, a line like this, and then it goes to, let's say, it's a line like this, and then it turns to this, and then it goes down. So then, oh, then would it go like this?
Okay. Let's try to fill in the blanks. The answer is right. Let's try to fill the blanks and see what is it. Okay.
Okay, so it says, so first let's write the answer. And then the gray fill turns horizontal, and the white fill, let's see. So the white fill goes up here. It goes up, and then it goes here, and then it would go down. So down, up, then to the side, then
Alize, we are talking about the answer figure. Let's wait for the right answer. We are talking about the answer figure. Let's say if you see here, if you notice the pattern, the gray fill needs to move in which direction? Horizontal or vertical?
the gray fill needs to go horizontally.
Gray fill needs to move horizontally. It will go here, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So this means either option A or option D is right.
Okay.
Okay, now you tell me white fill here, white shape needs to move in which direction?
The
This
white
one,
shape needs to move vertically.
yes, so here we will write vertical. Okay,
Yeah.
here
Okay.
we will write. Okay, go ahead.
Trust me, my handwriting is better than this. It's just on this.
We can use the text tool here, Elise. That's easier to work with. See?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, it's vertical. Now tell me about the black one.
The black one is, so let's see, it's going here and it's going up. Is it horizontal?
Are you sure or are you just guessing?
Um, I'll change my answer. Is it vertical?
Okay, why vertical? Why not horizontal?
Because um it goes kind of like this. It goes up. So you can see it going up. So then in the transition to the answer, it goes this way. Oh, I can answer again back to horizontal. Yeah, I'm sure it's horizontal.
Yes, it's horizontal. So what do you think? What is the right answer? A or D?
So we need to also check these lines. So,
Exactly. We missed the line earlier. We need to check the lines.
oh, will it be? So since this line is starting this way, so it goes kind of like this, and then straight, and then down, and then it would go up, like kind of straight. So is the answer D?
Exactly, that is right. So we were mistaken earlier. It's not A because we need to change the lines as well. We need to focus on the lines as well.
Yeah, that's better.
Exactly. So now the right option is option D. So Elise, I'm giving you a reminder. Let's say
Yeah.
whatsoever questions are left in the session, I would like you to complete the questions and please ask your mom to share the screenshots or the pictures before the next session. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So complete the questions of chapter 5 layering.
Okay.
Yes. Now please see, let's see what is happening in question number 2.
Okay. Question number 2 says which figure completes the second pair of figures. So the figure that completes the second pair of figures is going to be. So first, let's see. So this one goes down and this one goes up. They switch places. So kind of like this. So first, and then we know this one goes horizontal like this. So it forms a H. Anyways, so first, I think, so when this triangle goes down, the circle will go down. So it can't be C. And then let's see. When this speaker goes up, it not only goes up, it also rotates horizontally this way. So then we would have to add that in. So it's not B, it can only be A. So we know our answer has a bad circle anyways. Now we need to fill in the
Try to
transposition.
use the text tool.
Okay. So there, that's the answer. And I'll click there. That's the answer. That's better.
Mhm.
Anyways, the transposition types are, so the flower is, let's see here. So the flower goes horizontally to the side. So the flower goes horizontal. And the curved arrow goes, so it goes up, it goes vertically, and so we need to see what it does to the answer. So first it goes vertically,
Mhm.
and then it goes horizontally.
Okay, if I say this arrow here is moving vertically and then it's moving horizontally, then this should be the right answer. Why this?
It's A though, because it says which figure completes the second pair of figures, and there's kind of an example here that you can see there, which goes, when the speaker goes up, it also turns to the left. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a hint. Take a look on this shape and in this shape. How do you think they are connected to each other? Or what change do you see in these two shapes?
The change I see in these two shapes is that if you put it on a mirror, it actually is horizontal.
Exactly. So the curve, the transposition type here is vertical and the arrow has been flipped, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just gone up and then it's been flipped.
Yes. Now you tell me, is it vertical flip or horizontal flip?
It is so once it's a horizontal flip, I think.
You think, aren't you sure about?
Uh, I'm sure.
Yes, you're right. So this is a horizontal flip. So now it's time for the next question, Elise.
Okay, so it says which is the next figure in the series. So the next figure in the series is first, let's use a draw tool now. It rotates. So wait. It doesn't really rotate actually, it doesn't. All it does is that it goes in a sequence, it's up and then it's to the left and then it's up and then it's to the left and then it'll go up again, so we can already eliminate A. So then we can check out the circles. When you put it this way, like if you say you rotate it this way, then the circle ends a little bit up to this side and this also ends a little bit up here. So let's see. Then when you put it back up, they go like this. So they get closer and closer. And then when you would put it back up again, I guess it would be, so it's not C. And the way it is, I feel like it'll be vertical like this. So it's not B. I think it's going to be D.
Yes, it's D. And Alicia, just a tip, whenever you're working the changes in a shape, try to do it one by one. For example, here, try to work what change is being there for the circle or the how circle is being transpositioned. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So let's be clear with one part of the question, then focus on the next part of the question. Okay.
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 So now we need to find the transposition types. So it's going to be, let's see. Okay.
Sorry.
1 second. I needed to do the camera there. So, anyways, when it says transposition type, so the circle is kind of rotating. Let's see. It's rotating, I think. Well, it's good. We're looking for the transposition types. So I think it's, well, let's see. Okay.
Do you need any help, Elise?
No, I think I know the answer.
Okay.
Is it vertical?
Okay. And how about the pentagon?
The pentagon. So, there. When it goes like this, it goes this way as well. I think the pentagon is okay. Okay, I got it. I think the answer is 1 second. There. The answer is also vertical.
Exactly, that is right. Now we are going to cover the easiest question of the day, question number 4.
Okay, it says, which pair of figures does not fit in with the others? So, let's see. It flips like, let's go to the drawer tool now. So this one flips like this, and you get this, and this one flips like this, kind of, yeah. And then this one goes down, and then it goes, okay, easy, it's C.
Exactly. Why is he now?
Because all the other shapes only do one horizontal flip, but with C, first it does a vertical flip down, and then it does a horizontal flip. So the transposition type is vertical and horizontal.
Exactly, that is right. So that was a good explanation. Now here's the last question of the day, Alize. Let's do the question together.
Okay.
Please read the question for me.
Okay, it says, which is the next figure in the series? So we have the kite shape going up, and then we have the octagon going horizontal. So then they change the shadings. So then with this one, this goes like this, and this goes like this. Okay. So the answer will be, let's see. So this one will have to go, this one will go down. So it means then this one should go up. Okay. So it can't be D because it's the same thing, and it has the same shadings. I don't think it's A. And I think it actually might be, I think it actually might be B.
What made you think of B?
It made me think of B because the octagon and kite move, and the only way these two shapes can move now, they can't go down, so they have to go up. And since we know that with all of these other shapes, like let's say this one, this box goes down, and then we have the octagon down. So then when you get this down, then the octagon should do the opposite of this and go up, and then the kite will go horizontally to the side, not the octagon. So then you would also have to change the shadings and make the octagon gray and the kite white. So, and also the transposition types would be, for the octagon, it would be vertical, and for the kite, it would be horizontal.
Well done, Alize. I'm very much impressed by the way you explained your working here. Really like the way you were confident throughout the session. Very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
So, did you realize that you solved most of the questions on your own?
Yeah.
So, yes, you can complete these questions on your own, right? The only thing is you need to practice more and more. So, now before the next session, I would like you to complete this page, okay? Or whatever you have for layering chapter 5, please complete all the questions and send me the screenshots, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So, any doubt, any confusion for the day?
No.
Okay, so Alize, now it is time to end this session. Have a wonderful day ahead. See you day after tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.